Let's talk about the difference between love and attraction. We often throw around the words love and attraction like they're the same thing. And to be fair, they can feel similar because both can make your heart race, your palms sweat, and your thoughts spin in circles. But even though they may look and sound alike on the surface, love and attraction are not the same. In fact, they are very different. And knowing the difference can save you a lot of confusion, headache, and even the wrong relationship. So let's break it down simply and honestly. First of all, attraction is that initial pull that you feel towards someone. It's the butterflies that you feel, the stolen glances, and the wow, who is that? Attraction is physical, emotional, and mental, and it often hits you before you even know it. It doesn't take time to develop, and sometimes it's there before someone even says a word. You may be attracted to someone's looks, their smile, and the way that they dress, or even how they carry themselves. Or maybe it's their confidence, their voice, or their sense of humor. Attraction is powerful, and it feels exciting. And it's almost like a high because your heart beats faster, you get nervous and jittery and even giddy, and you think about that person nonstop. But here's the thing about attraction, that it doesn't take depth to exist. You can be wildly attracted to someone you barely know. And that's what makes attraction tricky, because it feels so strong that we sometimes mistake it for love. But love, on the other hand, takes time. It grows slowly, sometimes without you even realizing it, is built on connection, trust, vulnerability, and care. It's not just about what someone looks like or how they make you feel in the moment. It's about who they are at their core and how you connect to them beyond the surface. Love means that you see the real person, their flaws, their past, their struggles, and you still choose them. It's not just about the good days and the fun moments. It's about sticking around when things get hard. Love is patient. It shows up. It supports. It doesn't vanish when the spark fades or when the person stops being exciting. Unlike attraction, which can burn bright and fade fast, love is steady. It might not always feel like fireworks, but it feels safe. It's the person you can laugh with, cry to, fight with, and still want to come home to. It's not always glamorous, but at least it's real. But here's where things get messy, because attraction feels so intense that many people confuse it for love. And that's why people often fall for someone so quickly, only to realize that a few months later in that relationship that there's no real connection. The spark was there, but the substance wasn't. Attraction can trick us. It makes our brain release all of those feel-good chemicals like dopamine and adrenaline. It makes everything feel exciting and new, but those feelings don't always last. And when they wear off, you're left with the truth. Do you really know this person? Do you actually connect? Do you respect this person? Do you trust them? But love asks deeper questions than attraction ever will. Now, just because attraction isn't love doesn't mean that it's useless, because attraction can be the doorway to love. It's what brings two people together. But what happens after that is what matters the most. So if you meet someone and you feel instantly attracted to them, that's great. But then comes the hard part, getting to know them, learning who they are when they're not trying to impress you, seeing how they treat people, watching how they act when life gets stressful. If the relationship survives those deeper layers, if respect, trust, and emotional intimacy start to grow, then that initial attraction can evolve into love. That's when real love began to take form. But there are times when attraction never grows into love. Just remember that not every spark needs to turn into a relationship. Sometimes we're drawn to people for reasons we don't fully understand. Maybe it's chemistry, maybe it's timing, maybe it's just curiosity. But once we realize there's no real bond, we have to be honest with ourselves. Staying in a relationship that is based on attraction alone can lead to a lot of disappointments. You may be trying to force love to grow, but without emotional connection, it never will. And that's when people begin to feel empty and frustrated, even though it looked perfect from the beginning. The truth is that attraction alone isn't enough to build something lasting. Now, it's also worth asking, can love exist without strong attraction? The answer is sometimes yes. There are people who fall in love over time without the initial spark. Maybe they started off as friends. Maybe they didn't see each other that way at first. But as they got to know each other deeply, love began to grow. One of the biggest differences between love and attraction is that love is a choice. Attraction is something that happens to you, but love is something that you decide to give. When you love someone, you choose to care for them even on the days they're hard to love. You choose to show up, you choose to listen, you choose to support, you choose to grow with them. It's not just about feelings. It's about action. And that's why love lasts, because it's not based on the mood of the moment, but on the decision to commit, grow, and stay. So I say all of that to say this, that understanding the difference between love and attraction can save you from heartbreak, confusion, and a lot of wasted time. Attraction is real and it's fun, but it's not enough by itself. But love is deeper, it's slower, and it's worth the wait. So the next time you feel that spark, take a step back and ask yourself, is this just attraction? Or could this grow into something real? Give it time. Let it unfold naturally. Don't rush into love just because the chemistry is strong. Look for the things that will last. Because at the end of the day, attraction might get you in the door, but it's love that will make you want to stay.